Good morning. My name is Vavraj. I'm a student of BTech CSPS, and my ID number is 2410010020058. This is my DSA presentation on the topic single linked list insert first. So, with the very first, I would like to introduce what are linked lists. Linked list is a fundamental linear data structure where each element called a node contains data and a pointer to the next node. Today, I will specifically focus on how to insert an element at the beginning of a single linked list, which is common and efficient operation. So very as in my presentation, the very first part is the algorithm, so we'll start with the algorithm only. So the very first step is to start the program. That is the basic step, and then the next step is to initialize the list by setting the head to null, uh, which is initially empty. That's why we have to set it to null. Then we'll display a menu with three options. Very first option is insert at beginning, second is display list, and the third one is exit. We have to accept the user input for their choice. It depends on the user whether they put 1, 2 or 3. And you have to use a loop. You have to create a loop to continue the user with the user until the user exit. So this was the main I would say logic, and not the logic but main how the program is gonna run. So if the user chooses insert at the beginning or the very first option, so we'll ask the user for a value to be inserted. Then a new node is created using create node with a value. This new node's next pointer is linked to the current head. So and then the head is updated to the new node. Finally we print a success message. If the user chooses display the list, we check if the head is null. If it is empty, the list if it is the list is empty. Say if it is null, then the list is empty. Otherwise we traverse from the head and print each node's data. Finally, if the user chooses the exit option, and the third choice, or I would say the third choice, we use free list to release all memory and print exiting program. If an if the user chooses an invalid option like 4, 5 or any other number which is not mentioned over there, so an error message is shown. So you can see I have provided a few of my outputs as a form of example. You can see I have used the first option to insert the value to take the user value. So here the user is B, so I have inserted values. Second is display the list, and after that I have used the third value to exit the program. So this was it for the example. Coming to the code, which is actually the most important, the main thing in this PPT. So at the very first I have used means the starting is stdio.h and stdlib.h. The stdio.h is used for using functions like scanf, printf, which are the basic functions, and stdlib is used for dynamic memory allocation, for using calloc and malloc. If I would say in a more uh, what to say, like in a more brief way. So that's the thing. Coming to the code, now let me briefly explain the main functions, the main four functions that are being used in this code. The very first function is create node, that allocates a memory for a new node, assigns the data and returns the node. The second function is insert at beginning, node star head and in data, means these are the two parameters of this function. So that handle it, this function handles the insertion logic and as described earlier, as I have told earlier. Then the third function, which has just a single parameter, and that is node star head, that traverses the list and prints the elements. It also handles the case when the list is empty. And the fourth and the last function, which also has a single parameter, that is node star head, is used to release memory of all nodes to prevent memory leaks. This basically this program uses a simple menu driven interface inside a loop to keep accepting operations until the user exits. Coming to the conclusion, like the after that, not to the conclusion, but after that I have used given the main function, then I have defined the functions. First I have declared the function, then I defined the function and ended the code. And coming to the conclusion, so single linked lists are dynamic and memory efficient. Insertion at beginning is fast and takes constant time, and proper memory handling is very essential. Otherwise it may lead to some leaks as well. So proper memory handling is very essential. So this implementation covers insertion, display and memory deallocation in a clean and user friendly way. So this was it for the presentation. Thank you. I hope you like the presentation. Thank you.